Welcome to the Mom Entrepreneur Success Podcast with Mariana C. Ruiz, the podcast for the go-getter mom entrepreneur who refuses to let motherhood slow her down from achieving success and making an impact. Tune in Mondays to learn the success secrets of top influencers who also happen to be moms so that you can reach the success, freedom, and impact you desire.
Welcome to the Mom Entrepreneur Success Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about how to create success on your terms. And if you want to download the freebie and follow along, I have the Mom Entrepreneur Success Gameplan, and it's at marianacruiz.com/success. And you can follow along. I also go into a little bit more depth on what are the challenges that you might face along the journey to success and how to overcome them. Be sure to go to marianacruiz.com/success to download your copy. Okay, let's dive right in. Have you ever thought, I'll be happy when I get my next paying client, or when I make XYZ number of dollars in my business? And I want to challenge that thinking and start to think about what happiness really and truly means to you and what it would look like in your life. So the very first part of the game plan is to actually take a look at what your ideal day and your ideal life would look like and walk yourself step by step through the process, because most likely success means a lot more than a paycheck. Because success is not necessarily just based on your business. Realistically, there are so many aspects of our life beyond just our business, even though most of us are doing something we absolutely love and are very fulfilled in our business. I'm not taking any of that away, but there's a huge part that we're leaving out of the equation if we only look at the business. And that is because we are moms. So most likely there's something about the way that you want your life to be on a day-to-day basis that is special and unique and something that only you can put words to. So that's what we're going to be going through in this episode: how to create success in a way that fits your life. We want a business success for you all around, which includes designing your business around your life and not the other way around. Because if you do it the other way around, if you just focus on the business side, you'll end up creating another 9-to-5 box. And that's why most of us are not in a 9-to-5. So let's start with the first step. The very first step is allowing yourself to dream. What does the ideal day look like for you? What about that ideal day makes it great? I like to use Walt Disney as a perfect example for when you're going to create your vision. So an entrepreneur's vision is really, really important because it's what's going to shape their entire future. And so really allowing yourself to dream here is really important. So Disney was able to create such innovative films, and they created the parks, which were the technology back then was way above and beyond what had ever been seen before. And one of the ways that was able to happen is because in the studios, they actually separated the dreamers, the visionaries, from the engineers, the people that had to actually carry out the technical side. And this allowed them to have something that was way bigger and way more innovative than anything that had ever been seen before in the world. So I want you to separate the critic from the dreamer in your mind as you're creating your ideal day. And I go further in the download. So again, to get it, you'll want to go to marianacruiz.com/success to get the download, because I talk about where you might get stuck and how to move past that. So the next part you want to think about is, what is it that you really and truly want from your role as a mom? Journal on that. And then do that same thing. What is it that you really and truly want as a business owner? You have the power to create all of this. And it really and truly starts with dreaming bigger. So take all of this vision, and we're going right into step 2, which is committing to your vision. I think that committing to your vision is pretty much one of the hardest parts of the entire journey, because there really are a lot of ups and downs. And I'm all about honesty and truth, and it's something that I have a really strong desire to bring you in this podcast. And the truth is, it's pretty stinking hard to build a business alongside kids. It's not a walk in the park. So committing to your vision is one of the things that I like to call is a love sandwich. And the reason I call it that is because in order for you to commit, you must do it from a place of love. And so the buns of the sandwich, if you will, are mindset, which is so important for you to not only just be able to keep going, but to stay positive through the tough times. And then the bottom bun of the love sandwich is support. Without that grounded support, it becomes really difficult to keep going. And so in between, we have, as the quote unquote meat, and I'm sorry if anyone here is a vegan, but as the meat of the sandwich, we have action and strategy. And so I call this a love sandwich because you're committing to it as a whole. And it's a way for you to surround the tough parts, which are the strategy and the action, with love, support, and mindset, which are what's going to not only get you results, but make the journey beautiful every single step of the way. So this is my strategy this is my game plan for creating success. It's how I was able to lose 80 pounds. It's how I was able to build my business from 0 to 5 figures in only 7 months. It's how I was able to build my business from 0 to 5-figure months in only 7 months. It's how I was able to get through nursing school. It's how I was able to do all of the things that I have been able to do in my life. And I've pretty much given you this outline as the game plan, because I think that so many of us are like, I just can't commit to my goal, or I set the goal and then I can't quite get there. And, like the whole New Year's resolutions, right? We're getting up close to that time of the year again. And the reason that so many of those fail is because they're missing those parts. They're missing the love sandwich. They're missing the mindset. They're missing the action or the strategy, or they're missing the support. And the part about commitment that some people get confused here is like, they think that they just have to grit through it. And I don't think that works. Honestly, everything that I've achieved in my life has been because I've had the mindset to help me get there. And I have also had the support around me, which is why I absolutely adore the community that we have built on Facebook. If you're not a member of it yet, you can come and join us. It's the Entrepreneurial Moms group on Facebook. And it's a community where there's other mom entrepreneurs who are struggling through the same thing. So, just last week we were talking about what do we do if our husbands are not supportive, right? And in that community, it normalizes what we're going through, because not everybody can see what our perspective is, right? If we were to talk to our non-entrepreneurial mom friends about this, they wouldn't get it. They'd be like, well, why are you doing this? It's taking up so much of your time, right? And so it's really important to have the support in place. It can be from business besties. It can be from, a community online. It can be a meetup, a local meetup. It can be just your coach, right? It can be at all levels, and it, probably would be best if you had a connective web of support around you. But what I'm trying to say is that although the love sandwich is so corny, right? And it's really, it can be like, okay, well, that's stupid. I don't need that, or whatever. That's the part that helps you to get there. Because without that, the plain old action and the plain old strategy fails. This is precisely why most New Year's resolutions fail. I think when I did an article on it last year, I think I saw it was around only 8% of people complete their New Year's resolutions. Now, had they had the mindset, had they had the support, and the other advantage I might add here about the support is that they can help you evaluate your strategy. They can help you to evaluate your actions. And so this really works really well together as a system. And that's why, because you need all of the elements. Okay, which kind of leads me into the last and final piece. So we first talked about vision. Next, we talked about commitment. And commitment has 4 pieces. It's the mindset, the strategy, the action, and last but not least is the support. So now you've done all of that. Now what? Now you go back and reflect. And the reflection is what allows you to perfect, refine, fine-tune this whole system so that you can get to where you want to be. This step is so crucial, and it is one of the things that in this high-tech world we are not doing enough of, myself included, right? This is a struggle for me to get into a quiet space, especially with 2 kids under 2 who are constantly crying, wanting to breastfeed, all of that. So this is one of the major components of my mindset practice every morning is like, okay, evaluate what's going on, what's working, what am I enjoying, what am I not enjoying, where am I not in alignment with the vision that I want to create? Do I need to set some boundaries? Do I need to, give more? Do I need to allow receiving more? This is the reflection piece. Now, I'm going to talk about more on where you can go wrong in the download. So be sure to get it by going to marianacruiz.com/success or go to marianacruiz.com/02 and get the show notes. Okay, have an awesome day, and I can't wait to talk to you in the next episode where I'm going to be bringing you an interview with Jennifer Scott, who is a great friend and mentor of mine, and she helps solopreneurs to create success in their lives and businesses. And we're going to be talking a lot about mindset, a lot about manifesting, which is really interesting. And she shares her story and how she's been able to achieve success in her life. Plus that awesome question, what would you do over again if you only had 3 hours and $5,000? So you definitely want to stick around to see what she would do. Be sure to subscribe so that you get the updates on that one. You've been listening to the Mom Entrepreneur Success Podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Head on over to iTunes and leave us a rating and review. By reviewing the show, it allows us to reach more moms to help them grow their businesses. So head on over there, leave us an honest rating, and I can't wait to catch up with you there. By the way, every single week, I'm going to select one winner who leaves a review, and you'll be able to get a free strategy session with me in this 20-minute laser-focused session you'll get the information that you need to move your business to the next level of success that you desire. Have an awesome day.